Some of the questions that we've already received, a lot coming in. One on Facebook from Brian Murphy, saying that from his life you've been a big inspiration in following your success and your story. He asked, when you have rough times, like who's been your inspiration inside your family and friends and outside of your family and friends?
Well, inside my family, it's definitely my mom. She had her share of hardship that makes mine look pretty easy. So whenever I feel like I'm in a spot where it's too much, I think that it would be a whole lot more work if I had three daughters on my own at the same time. So that's usually who I use to inspire me the most within my family. But outside, I don't know. That's a hard one. I mean, I have my favorites, but it's hard to not. Who would I say is totally my most inspiring person? Man, that's hard. I gotta say Fedor, man. I always gotta say Fedor. He just doesn't look like it. Like it's just it kind of he really encouraged me that even though I felt like I was at a different disadvantage or I didn't really look the part, that I still could be one of the best fighters out there because he was very much like that. Mm-hmm.
Awesome, awesome. Another question that came in, kind of touching on your mom and all that. At what point in your life did you realize that you were destined for the judoku life? The judoka life, sorry.
Well, actually, it's judo. I guess judo
Yeah,
lifestyle.
judo.
Judo means gentle way, so the gentle way life. A judoka is someone who does judo. So instead of saying like a judo player, the judoka. That's why I
Okay.
thought judoka. Oh, I got lost in the question though.
That one's from Shannon Lee.
Oh, when do you want to? How did I know? Well, I started out doing swimming, and when I did swimming, I did it with the intention of winning the Olympics at it. And after I tried judo for the first time, because my mom's old teammates, went and started clubs, I went and tried it out. Once I decided that I was going to switch sports, I just assumed that I was going to win the Olympics in this new sport. So that was just kind of the way I always thought of it. I don't know.
That's awesome. And to touch on that from Stephen Wallace, he asked, what judo throw techniques regularly do you work into your MMA?
I do a lot of makakomi throws. Makakomi means you follow it onto the ground. So Osoto makakomi and Harai makakomi, I do a lot from a head and arm, upper body clinch grip. And also what's worked a lot in MMA, which I didn't do a lot in judo, was sasai, which is that the first throw I did on the Misha fight is a sasai. And what are some also really good ones? Ochigari is good, but you do land in the guard. And Kosoto is also very good, just from like a switch, like a take back. That's a Kosoto. A lot of times I feel like I have to explain the terms so much, I like give them nicknames. I don't even know, Kochi Ochi, like who knows what that is? It's my nickname for the show. So yeah, Harai and Osoto and Kosoto, I think.
That's awesome. Okay, so and then from Satch6198, we have, if you hadn't decided to pursue MMA, what would you have done?
I would have been a rescue swimmer for the Coast Guard. I'd be jumping out of helicopters and
That's
saving
awesome.
drowning people because I just was not meant to work at a desk. And so that was something that didn't require much desking.
That's awesome. So what within your day-to-day, what does your day-to-day look like now? Are you
Oh
in the
man,
gym?
I can't even describe to you. I can't even describe. I don't even know what my day. If anyone asks me like, "What are you doing today?" I don't know. I have to consult the calendar that's controlled by the powers above, and I keep trying to figure it out. And then after I check the calendar, I still have to call and check to make sure that the calendar's right, so I don't schedule something double on that other day. So yeah, it's hectic. Every day is different, and it's exciting and it's fun, but it's tiring and it's time consuming. So yeah, it's an awesome ride, but it's a ride.
No, definitely. Are you in the gym training a lot? And what does your diet look like? I know one question additionally we had was from Englewards. What is your favorite cheat meal in addition to the regular diet that you have?
Wait, which question? The first one?
The first one.
What's my training like?
What's your training like?
That's hard to describe too because we try to do a little different every day. But I do striking like 6 days a week, and then throughout the rest of the week I get my grappling, wrestling, strength conditioning. I swim, I run up dunes, I go skimboarding, I'll do gi and no gi, just all over the place. We always try to make it new and interesting because once you start getting bored of your workouts, that's when you're gonna start dreading working out, and that's when you're gonna start not performing very well.
Right. And with that, how do you complement it with what you're eating and your diet that you have?
I eat once a day. Like it's like a warrior diet kind of thing. So I always try to train on an empty stomach, which is the opposite of what I did when I did judo when I was younger. They would actually try and make me eat chicken and pita during practice, so I'd get used to fighting with a full stomach because in judo you weigh in the day of. But yeah, I eat once a day, and I don't eat anything that wasn't on the earth like 10,000 years ago. It's like a paleo warrior diet. So pretty much the whole idea behind it is we evolved for millions of years to eat a certain way, and the human diet has changed more in the last 50 years and has the last several thousand. And so if we're pretty much evolved to eat and fast and eat and fast, that's kind of what's called intermediate fasting. So I eat till I'm full. You know, I eat as much as I want at night, but I only eat once a day instead of snacking. And then nothing like, we have almost no dairy, no gluten, just whatever kind of meats we have, they're all organic and stuff like that, very organic-y, clean. I'm a clean eater.
And then to angle towards this point, what is your favorite cheat meal in your clean diet?
My favorite cheat meal, which I had extensively on my last day of vacation, which was yesterday, is I had like 100 hot wings last night. 100 of them. My coach wouldn't let me stop eating until I reached 100 because I didn't really vacation my vacation too much. Like I trained every day, but I mean, I didn't have to do other stuff like this. Sorry, you're not in pain. I enjoy this. This is great, but you know, hey. So I took a break from that, but nothing. You know, I was still good on my food. And I was still training, so it wasn't much of a vacation. So they made me take yesterday off and eat all night. So yeah, hot wings, big time. And apple pie a la mode. Anything a la mode. Any dessert that involves something hot and cold. It has to be like a temperature conflicting dessert.
It's a good cheat meal.
Yep.
One question to switch topics a little bit from SS Justice was, who is your favorite superhero?
Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z all day. Look at this. I'm halfway Super Saiyan. All I need is hairspray.
And then his follow-up question was, do you think you could manage to get him in an armbar?
Ooh, well, if you ever remember, Android 18 actually broke Vegeta's arm in the Cell Saga. It was actually the Android Saga that preceded the Cell Saga. So it was in the Android Saga. If 18 can break Vegeta's arm, then I can break Vegeta's arm. Just saying.
Definitely. Another question we had come in.
But in a nice way, I'd help him end it. I'd like try to nurse him back to health, like Bulma did the time that the time capsule exploded, you know. And then like they fell in love after that because she like helped him out, but not really because he knocked her up and then he went to the moon. But later they fell in love and had another kid. But yeah, I would nurse him back to health with his arm, and then he would fall in love with me. That's why I would do it.
Awesome. So okay, so we had a couple questions come in regarding Ultimate Fighter. Okay. Who is your favorite to win for this season?
This season. Are Kelvin and Uriah the same weight?
Mm-hmm.
They are? Ooh, I'm torn on those two. I'm torn. I don't know. I do not know. And the other division. Don't ask me, man. I was there. The guys are nice. I can't pick favorites. Don't make me pick favorites. If I pick favorites, I'm gonna have one call that says thank you and 15 calls that says fuck you. Well, it's the internet. Whatever. I'm sorry. It happened. But how many people just laughed right now? Come on, it was worth it.
We did hear that you showed Uriah Hall a few moves.
Yeah.
On the show, particularly with the armbar.
Is that a question or a statement?
Tell us about it. Tell us about it.
We just want to hear you. We know exactly what happened. We just want you to say it and pretend that we don't know. All right, I'll do that. I'll do that for you. Yeah, I actually rolled around with a couple of guys. I got to roll with Kelvin. I got to roll with Uriah. Oh no! I hope that whoever else I rolled with doesn't hear this and is like, "You forgot about me." But yeah, I rolled with a couple of guys, and they're all very good and very respectful and like. Were working technique with me without trying to muscle me around, which is the best way for us to train. I mean, they're not going to get anything out of it, and I'm not going to get anything out of it if they just try to smash my face into a wall. I mean, no one's going to get any better. But yeah, we did some stuff, and I just have a weird judo style that's different than jiu-jitsu style, so most people are used to the jiu-jitsu style of grappling, so The first few times I roll with people, I usually catch them a couple of times, and then once they get used to me, then so Uriah came out here to train with us for a while, and now I think he's kind of used to me. It's more of a pain to catch him than it used to be.
Yeah. And now I'm heading into season 18.
Mm-hmm.
Coach Ronda.
Oh,
are you
it
excited?
sounds so weird. I don't want anyone calling me Coach Ronda. If any like future people trying out for the show are watching this, just call me Ronda. Don't call me Coach Ronda. Don't call me Sensei. Don't call me Master Rousey. Okay, that's it. Just Ronda.
Are you excited about being a coach?
Yeah, I'm super excited. I've been watching the season and I'm getting super into the episodes again. So I'm excited to have the opportunity to be to do something like this and get that kind of experience. You know, I want to coach at some point, and this is like a crash course in coaching. So
that's awesome. One question that just came in is asking what qualities you look for in contestants when coaching.
I guess, I don't know. I think I'm looking for a good balance between being well-rounded and being specialized. Mm-hmm. So that kind of thing. If you're okay at everything, but you're not great at any one thing, then that's a big problem. But if you're fantastic at one thing, but you suck at everything else, then that's a problem. So finding the happy ground in between is probably what I'm looking for the most.
Yeah. One question from Zev off Facebook asked or said that you're a talented artist and he can't wait to see you as a teacher on Tough. But when it all ends, what do you hope for the rest of your life?
I don't know. If you asked me last year what I'd be doing now, I'd have no clue. So when people ask me about the distant future, I tell them I don't know what even my calendar says for next week. I don't know how you want me to predict this. But I will definitely be teaching always, even if it's not what I'm doing as like my main lucrative income kind of thing. But that's all I know for positive is that I'll be teaching. And other than that, I'm just letting all the other opportunities happen organically.
That's great. Another question that came in is what is it like watching your BFF become a rising star?
Oh, it's awesome. I'm so proud of her. You don't even know. My Pookie's on the couch over there. Do you want her to come in here? Marina!
No.
Marina, she doesn't want to come. She doesn't like you guys. No, she cares so much about all of you that she wants to be perfectly prepared to be in your presence and doesn't feel like that she is worthy enough to be in front of you right now. Yeah. No, it's awesome. I'm so proud of her, and I already know how amazing she is as a person, and I love seeing someone that works so hard and deserves it so much, not only go after what they want, but actually be on the path to really being able to achieve their dreams. So it's an honor to be part of it. It really is.
That's awesome. From LAMHW, is your BFF Marina gonna make her pro debut like this year?
I don't know. We haven't even booked her next fight. Why are some people asking about the far distant future? I don't even know when her next amateur fight is gonna be. So if you're already planning someone's fight after this fight, then that just shows that you're a bad coach, and that's a trick question. I'm not a bad coach. Tune in Tough 18. Awesome. Metro. What? Oh, did you see all those drops? I'm a walking hashtag right now. Hashtag just saying.
Yeah. From Sinful Charm, who do you want your next fight to be?
Ooh, see, I would love to coach against Misha, but I think I would prefer maybe to fight against Kat because she's new and undefeated, and I kind of would like to be the one to take her out. But that sounded terrible. I said take with a T, no M's. But yeah, so I prefer to coach against Misha. I prefer to fight Kat, but really, may the best girl win. I want to fight the best between the two of them. So whichever one wins is the one I want to fight.
That's great. Mm-hmm. A question that we had from Yvonne on Facebook was asking kind of about the road in which to becoming a fighter, and if a fighter needs a black belt in order to fight in the cage, in your opinion.
No, I don't think you need a black belt. I mean, I'm a white belt in jiu-jitsu, and I'm known for my arm bars. What? So it's just fine, whatever. A belt does nothing but hold your gi together. A belt has a sign significance. A belt is somebody else saying you're good. You don't need other people saying that you're good in order to be good, because you can't promote yourself.
Yeah. That's awesome. And then
Unless it's through Facebook on Metro's page. Then this is an amazing promotion that I'm doing myself. Maybe she's involved a little bit. There might be a guy over there, just saying. Have some help.
Getting the layout of what's happening.
Hashtag just saying too.
We have a few potential fighters out there, and one of them kind of wanted to know some of the logistics of it, and from a financial perspective, and really from the background, agents and managers. Do fighters have that like professional football?
No, it's as professional as you make it. So if you want to keep it super unorganized and whatever, just have one person do everything, then a lot of things are going to slip through. But if you want to assemble your team, it's individual. So some people act like they're the Baltimore Ravens, and some people act like Joe who's throwing dice in the back of the bar. It just depends on the person about how professionally they run their own camp. So it's definitely individual. Some people are football-esque, and some people are not.
We have a question from Dane. It's asking, how do you pick your walk-in song?
My walkout song is Bad Reputation by Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. And originally it was Sex and Violence by The Exploited, but Showtime wouldn't let me use it. And they only told me like last second. And then I couldn't just pick the workout song. I had to let it come to me. And one day it was just one of those like, the world hates me, man-hating kind of, days where you're just not feeling good. And Joan Jett came on, and I was like, yeah, angry girl punk. And then I went to practice and had a great day. And then right after that, I turned on my Twitter or something, and my godfather's son, he sent something at me. He's like, you should do Bad Reputation, you should walk out song. I'm like, oh my God, I was just thinking about that. So I just thought it was a sign. So that's my song forever. No one else can take it. I'm branding it, not really branding it, but I'm keeping it. And if any girl wants to take my walkout song, then that's a great way to get a title shot.
So what? Another question to that point is what kind of preparation do you have before heading into the octagon?
I like being kind of like some people like joking and whatever, and some people like playing music, and I just like things to be very quiet and calm and focused. So from when I leave the hotel, like I put on, it starts actually when I do my hair. I put my fight hair in, and then I put the actual fight outfit on, and then once I see myself and everything that I'm gonna be fighting in that night, and I put all my stuff on, my warm up stuff on top of it, and that's when I get into like the super focused, quiet fight mode. And so if anyone wants to come up and have small talk with me, that's not the time. And then I'm just kind of when I get to the venue, I lay down, I take a nap, and then like an hour before the fight, we'll wrap hands and start warming up and stuff like that. And then I don't like people joking around and being like making light of it like in front of me. I don't like it because I'm about to go risk my life and somebody's telling jokes next to me, and I just kind of I don't know. I don't think of it as insulting, but it's just kind of like, hey, I got something really serious going on right here. Could you just let me concentrate and stop making jokes about whatever is going on in the hallway? Who cares? Serious business.
Yeah. Well, speaking of serious business, outside of the millions of marriage proposals that have come in from a question standpoint, we also have a few questions to see your new tattoo.
Oh, it's not done yet. It's not done yet. You can't judge it. But I got it. It's right here. Whoop. I gotta pull it down. My jacket's long. Ah. Okay. Here it is. So this one has a symbol of the Kodokan, which is the first school of judo, and this one is an octagon outline. But I'm gonna put some cool stuff in it that I'm not gonna tell you yet. So it's a Kodokan and an octagon. And the Kodokan, which is the one that's done. Here, you guys see it. Oh, I can't. Hey, there it is. It's the symbol of the first school of judo, and it's an 8-petaled cherry blossom. And the reason why there's an 8 is a longer explanation I'm going to go into, but they got the cherry blossom from, it's the symbol of the samurai, because the cherry blossom is a flower that it dies in its prime. When it's at its most beautiful, it falls off from the tree and dies, and it kind of just embodies that warrior lifestyle to sacrifice yourself in your prime. And so when people say, oh, do you worry all the time, you're going to mess your face every day, this is that, I'm like, no, I don't care, because this is when I'm the most able and capable to do things, so I should do whatever I can now. What am I preserving myself for? You should go and do whatever it is you want in your prime, even if it's little, you know. Yeah. But when they're finished, I'm going to show you guys again. It'll be cool.
That was awesome. So, and then another one that came in just now from Zoe DZ was, outside of judo, what is your favorite MMA style?
Outside of judo, it's my favorite martial art. I mean, well, jiu-jitsu is so similar that I can't really say that. But I really do love boxing, which is not really a martial art, but technically. But yeah, boxing is my second favorite discipline after judo, because I consider jiu-jitsu and judo to be basically the same thing.
Yeah. You've probably gotten this question a lot, but we did have a few questions regarding your win at UFC 157. Mm-hmm. Just talking about kind of your life experience since then and what it meant to you to win that fight and win the belt.
It was amazing. It was like after the Olympics, I felt like a lot of like relief and appreciation and, you know, just fulfillment after winning. And with the UFC belt, I was just so like in awe of the moment. I've never been so like, that's why I was like speechless after my fight. Joe was like, hey, is this cool? And I said something stupid. I don't know. Isn't it dumb that they pick like the most incomprehensible moment possible to make you speak publicly in front of the most people ever at one time? I just think it's terrible. That's mean. How do you expect me to do that right? Nobody can. That's why people have stupid walk. Like, they're still pumped full of adrenalines and coming down. They're like, hey, so say the ABCs backwards. Like, ah. So, but yeah, what was the question? Something about winning belts.
Yeah, how has life changed? And,
how has life
changed?
It changed that people come up and say what's up all the time. It's cool. People act nervous around me sometimes, which is like, look, I don't bite. I'm not a poison arrowhead frog. You know, I'm not seeping poison. It's cool. Don't worry about it. If you see me, you want to say hi, just come say hi. It's fine.
Yeah. From another Twitter follower, we have, how much does it mean to you when young females are looking for a future in UFC industry and ask you for advice?
It means a lot. I mean, it means a lot that that's even what's the word? Not logical, but that's a reasonable question to ask. If I asked that question before, it would be an unreasonable thing to say or expect. And now that it actually is something reasonable that girls can aspire to, so it means a lot to me that I see these girls say that and ask me this with real hope and ambition and belief that it is within their grasp and it is something that they can do. And I feel honored to even hear it from them in that tone.
Yeah, and what advice would you give to them?
Just handle it, man. Just don't doubt, don't stop, just work. And because there's going to be a lot of days that you don't want to work, there's a lot of days that you're going to want to doubt, and those are the only two things that can stop you, is to stop working and start doubting.
Another follower asked, if you could fight an MMA male legend, who would it be?
Ooh, legend? If I could fight? Like someone I don't like? Train with? Yeah. Someone I could train with that's a legend in MMA. Well, I already trained with Nick, and I think it's a tie between Fedor and BJ. BJ Penn and Fedor. Hold on. I dropped my toy giraffe for this. This is my BJ. He hangs out here. He used to hang out on the joystick on my Honda a little bit, but we're gonna put he needs to lean on something. Hold on. I'm gonna lean him on a glass of water just right next to frame. You're not gonna see him, but he's gonna be there. There he is. All right.
He's joined the chat.
Yeah, he is.
Really, the last few questions we have are just mainly about kind of any advice that you have, any other advice that you have for anyone else out there trying to pursue a career in UFC. And
you guys want to see my dog? Mochi, come here. Come here. Come on. Come here. Come here. Come on. Oh, say hi to everybody. Oh, yeah. I know. Look, I know. It's so cool. What? watching you. You're really in my house. This is not a studio backdrop. My dog's here. Who wants to see me make out with my dog? All right, fine. Who wants to see me make out with her? I'm just kidding. Not really. No, with her. I mean, with her, I'm kidding. With her, I'm kidding. Mwah. Get out of here. Sorry. What?
That's what, just any...
Something about inspiring people before I start talking about making out. What?
With Mochi. Well, basically, the last question that we really had coming in was just any other last pieces of advice for anyone else out there listening, trying to pursue a career in UFC or MMA.
I guess you just can't let other people affect your faith in yourself, because if people are going to tell you to be logical and to be reasonable and to look at it like, look, you're trying to have one spot. If you're trying to be the best in the world, statistically, it's pretty impossible to be the best out of all these people. So you just have to be crazy enough to think that that one person in the world should be you. And statistically, that's not very possible. And so a lot of people are going to tell you that and try to constantly remind you of reasons why you can't and why you shouldn't. And you just have to be willing to not let those people or their logic get to you.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for letting us come to your house, meet your dog, and being a part of Team Metro. We're really appreciative, and thank you all for joining the live chat today.
Thank you for the phone. It's my favorite of all phones.
Are you on a GS3?
Hold up, let me get it.
She'll be back with her phone.
No, I think I lost it. Where's my phone? See this face? This is my phone panic face because I can't find my phone. So I'm sorry, we're short on time, but if anyone knows me, call me because I'm looking for my phone. Okay?
Thank you so much, and thank you again.